I know we were all riding that great train of musical acts, so I thought in case you needed a cigarette break or a bond break, or as the case may be, I'm going to read out of my novel. My name is Gary. I go by G.A. the Novelist. I published 5 novels. I'm currently shopping my 6th agents right now, and this particular novel is called Gravestones for Giants, and it's about a little boy who gets taken hostage by a man who is unwell up in the woods. It takes place in the 1950s. I'm just going to read a quick couple pieces out of the very beginning. Oh, there's one thing I got to do though for Wayne here. Howdy ho, fellow kids. I'm Mr. Garrett. The Innocent. It's a blind curve. She looks down the grass slope toward the road, ears twitching as they scan, but there's only the rustle of weeds and the hum of wind over the barbed wire. Her dark brown eyes focus on the fence at the bottom of the hill. The top strand just comes below her breast. There's a ditch between the fence and the blacktop. Not an extraordinary jump, but a womb full of twin fawns makes her cautious. The unborn are ready to drop soon. She tastes the air once more. Early spring frost. The rest of the herd drinks from a snowmelt pond across the road. After a few lumbering strides, she breaks into a full sprint, clears the wire, and lands on her front knees in the ditch. A car speeds around the turn while she struggles to right herself. Chapter 2, Cyrus. You saw that blood jumping right out of his chest, fella. Got the bastard good. This voice won't quit, so he reaches down to the cooler on the passenger floorboard where a quart of old granddad's swims with a few translucent ice cubes. Tennessee Ernie Ford groans out 16 tons over the radio. This is not the voice that grates him. Cyrus is about to pull out the cork with his teeth when the doe appears on the center line. No time to swerve. The passenger side fender smashes into her hindquarters and spins her away like a turnstile. Glass from the headlight sprays the blacktop. Antifreeze spurts from the cracked radiator and runs down the chrome grille, which now drags against the road. The steering wheel knocks the wind out of Cyrus as the car is also knocked out of gear. Engine roars wild. He's gasping as he brings the car to the side of the road and manages to find the brake pedal. St. Peter, don't you call me 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. Oxygen courses its way back through his lungs, each breath a little stronger than the last. He watches the steam hiss from the gaps separating the hood from the fenders. Bruises are blossoming across his thighs, although driving with the steering wheel in his lap kept him from hitting the windshield. A chunk of bloody hide on the corner of the white car bristles in the breeze. Cyrus staggers out of the car and braces himself on the trunk, body hunched forward, open mouth pointed to the wind. Whiskey drips down the rear window as shards of glass cover an olive drab duffel bag on the back seat below. A couple more gulps of air and he opens the door and reaches in. The bag harbors a pint of the same whiskey that soaks the interior. He takes a drink and dabs some on the cut of his chin. The blood has begun to coagulate. Time to cover your ass, fella. He obeys the voice, not his own, and hobbles back to the trunk again, opens it, and grabs a flathead screwdriver from the scattered tools. The rear license plate comes away easy, but the front needs convincing. Each plate flies to the tall grass below. Not finished yet. The passenger door creaks open, revealing the cooler tipped on its side. A thin layer of water covers the front floorboard. Soaked pieces of trash bob like parts of a stew. His canvas hunting jacket is on the dash. There's a pistol on top of the registration in the locked glove box. He takes them both and shoves them into the flannel-lined pocket of his jacket. Back down the road, the blood spatter marks the collision. Bruises cramp his thighs as he makes it to the shoulder of the road. It's 50 yards of hobbling to the broken barbed wire that points to the doe in the field. Blood and fur cling to the swaying strands. She struggles alone. He curses at her all the way down the embankment. Both hind legs are snapped and shattered, drooping like noodles. Bright blood covers them. Her swollen belly spasms while it rises and falls with each of her desperate swallows of air. Look what you did to us. She tries to turn her head toward his voice, but she's too weak. The pupil of her eye is dilated so the brown iris is almost edged away. The whir of a diesel engine causes him to drop to one knee. It passes without slowing. Once the sound dissipates in the distance, he braces his knee with both hands and straightens up. His breath, the doze, and the wind harmonize. Do you know what she did to us? A cloud passes in front of the sun and casts a shadow over them both. Her ear twitches towards the click of the pistol's safety disengaging. He steps closer. A surge of panic sets her front legs pawing the air. Shh. He looks at her black eye through the front and rear sights of the pistol. Trigger finger squeezes. Her tongue rolls out of her mouth, covered in black blood. She doesn't look away from the muzzle. Don't waste ammo, fella. No one's got his name on those bullets. Cyrus nods and lets the pistol down beside him. Nope, not for you. Sunshine spreads back over them. He relaxes his finger and thumbs the safety back on. Stay near the car and flag down help or walk down the road with the thumb held out. The taskmaster offers no further instruction. Walk. If they ask about it, it wasn't your car. Just a coincidence. Thank you for listening.